Good evening. I'm Dwan, and I'm here along with Angela for Experience Mid-Valley Fellowship, kind of our weekly drop-in to let you know what's happening in our support programs. And so that's happening tonight. So Angela, you're facilitating a lesson, correct? What group are you facilitating for?
Yes, so for Clean Heart for Women, and they're year 2. And the lesson tonight is called Reducing Shame. And we talk about shame a bit around here because it is the thing that can keep people trapped and keep people from their healing and from their recovery. And so tonight we're going to explore some different elements of shame, like where does it come from? What is the difference between guilt and shame? And then the antidote, which is God and his grace and his redemption and his, his forgiveness and love, the gospel, basically. So I anticipate that it's going to be powerful, just to explore that whole idea of shame. And it just is so prevalent. It's hard to not, like I see this all the time. It's hard to not accept some of that shame. And of course we have an enemy that wants to keep us trapped. And so he loves to use that tactic of shame to keep us trapped. So really important lesson. And I think another group is also doing a shame lesson tonight too. So
yeah, Clean Heart Year 1 for the guys is also talking about shame. And yeah, that we certainly feel conviction when we sinned, and that's God's desire to draw us back to him. But then the enemy likes to beat us over the head with things that we've done in the past, which creates shame. One of the kind of cool things about shame, or interesting things about shame, is that it also gets addressed in community. Like when other people see us and say, "Hey, I see your flaws and I see all that, and I still love you," that breaks down shame. But because of brokenness and wounding, we sort of want to pull back from that and not experience that community. And so that's one of the things that's cool that happens in groups, is that people get to see each other and get to speak to those places of shame, which is really good. Yeah. I'm going to be facilitating a lesson called Self-Centeredness, which is in Taking Back Ground, which is for men and women who are struggling with unwanted same-sex desires. And so it also talks about narcissism, which is kind of the same idea, this idea that because of wounding in the past, either because we maybe weren't cared for as children by our parents, that we can sort of develop this kind of, I need to take care of me and nobody else is going to take care of me and I'm just going to be independent. Or on the other side, that maybe mom and dad sort of coddled and didn't sort of challenge us. And so then it's sort of that place of not really sort of pressing into challenging things, but just avoiding them in a lot of ways. And so we're going to be digging into that. And then a couple other lessons that are happening tonight also is one of the groups is going to Hope Together Year 1 is going to be talking about trauma, kind of digging into that some. And Mending the Soul, which is for survivors of sexual abuse, is going to be talking about powerlessness and deadness. And really the sense that when you've experienced abuse, that there can be a sense of powerlessness for sure in that can carry over into the future, into life, and the deadness place of just also not feeling things, or not believing it's okay to feel or to use your voice and that sort of thing. So they're going to be talking about some challenging things in that too. So so some good stuff, some challenging stuff tonight, and as usual. And so in this, as always, there's a spiritual battle that's happening. We have a whole team. We have a team of prayer intercessors who are here on site and pray throughout the evening for the groups and for the participants. And then we also have a team that's offsite that pray for each of the groups throughout the week and pray for the participants individually. And if you'd like to be part of the prayer team, you can always let us know. Send us an email, office@midvalleyfellowship.org, or comment on this post. And that would be a great way to offer support. So we always love that. But also tonight, as you're watching this video or whenever you do, if you'll just pray for the leaders and pray for the groups tonight, that God will move in just powerful ways. We greatly appreciate that. And so, because again, it's a spiritual battle that the enemy wants to hold on to ground, wants to keep us in shame, wants to keep us in these patterns that hinder us rather than us experiencing the abundant life that God designed us for. So anyway, if you'll do that and also like or share this video, that's great. And yeah, we'll drop in again next time for another Experience Mid Valley Fellowship.